Okay, guys, we're back. Welcome to another week of silly me. How's everyone doing? The weekly question. Are we feeling it? Are we feeling everything? Are we feeling happy? Are the meds working? Is the sun shining? Are we going outside? I do think we don't go outside and touch grass enough yet for this summer. We need to start doing this more. We need to be breathing fresh air. If you're living in New York, that's hard to come by. Okay, a couple of housekeeping things. I have something to address from last week. Last week I did a breakdown of Charlie XCX's new album Brat, track by track, right? And when I talked about the song Girl So Confusing, I am afraid that I voiced my serious opinion about Girl So Confusing not being about Lorde. I thought it was about Marina. I do look the fool. I do look the fool now. Later that very same day, Girl So Confusing remix with Lorde came out. I don't think we need to talk about it. I fumbled the ball per se on that one, and I would like to amend my previous remark as far as that goes. Also, I also talked about Sophie a lot when I was talking about So I. And I don't know what's in the stores tonight, but after I talked about that, maybe yesterday or the day before, um, it was announced that Sophie's family has been working on a project where they will be releasing an album in September of a bunch of Sophie's unreleased songs with a lot of her collaborators that she loved to work with and that she imagined these songs to be featuring. I just want to say that I'm so excited. I just want to say I'm so excited. That's crazy, and I'm very, and there's already one single out. Reasons Why. It's with Kim Petras. I'm hoping Kim Petras is coming back into the her good era. Hot take. I was like an old school Kim Petras girl, like the Rainbow singles. I was there for that. I was very in. Clarity was great. She lost me a little bit since then. I'm not going to lie. Love her so much. Very proud of her. Very happy for all of her success. She deserved that Grammy. It was overdue. I will die on that hill. Don't know if I'm loving the newer stuff. Besides the point, I feel like. The new single with Kim Petras from the upcoming Sophie album is very good. I really enjoy it. And I'm excited to see what unreleased songs they choose to put on there. That is major news. Like, what a good summer. What a good summer. That's so exciting. I can't wait. Also, look at my new shirt. I got a new shirt. If you're not watching, then I got a cute little shirt that has like almost like a cropped mid-sleeve situation, and it's like cinched with a little bow. I do feel like a sexy Prince Arthur of Camelot. Oh my god, do you guys remember Avalon High? Do you guys remember Avalon High? I have to go watch that now. I have to go watch Avalon High. Avalon High. If you don't know what Avalon High was, it is this Disney movie with the most obscure random cast. I don't think I've ever seen any one of them in anything else aside from this movie except for Greg Sulkin. Isn't that his name? The guy that plays Mason, the werewolf boyfriend in Wizards of Waverly Place. He's in it. But no, it's this like retelling of like the Knights of Camelot, and they're all like, all these high school students are like connected to the bloodline. Oh my god, it was crazy. It was kind of giving Halloween Town High. When you really think about it, it's almost like Halloween Town High is absolutely a better movie in every sense of the word, but it's kind of giving the same knights, evil knights, black knight, whatever. Mordred. Okay, that is such a good movie. And people love to fight me on that. I'm sorry. That's a really good movie. And I'm probably going to die on that hill. But the hill, I will die on it, though. Anyway, besides the point. What else was I going to say? Okay, also, recent happenings. Gracie Abrams just dropped a new album. I love her. I really love her. I loved the singles. I'm very excited for this album. I'm loving it so far. We'll see if I still love it in a month. Having Taylor Swift feature on your album, like, first of all, Taylor does not really do a lot of features, like her featuring on other people's work. Second of all, someone like Gracie, someone like her who I love, and she's just, you know, smaller and newer, and kind of like out of nowhere did the Eras tour and blew up, which is amazing. I just think it's so cool and impressive, and is going to do so much for her. I'm very excited. What else is going on? I felt the need to address this because this is episode 3. For the past 2 episodes, I have been like having to all the entire time, and when I watch it back, it drives me crazy. I want to formally apologize to my community for that. What's happening is I am getting my hair done in, I think like 3 weeks, and I'm like doing something to it specific, and I can't really get it cut right now because it has to be longer for what I'm gonna go do, and it's not the best for me because my hair is very long and very thick, and it's the middle of summer, and so I feel like a wet dog all the time. But I'm sorry that I'm always playing with my hair. I have to do it. Okay. Let's like get into something that I feel the not the need, almost the responsibility to bring up. And I don't know why, but this has just been on my mind so much lately. The 2 to 3, maybe 4-year span of internet culture that occurred circa 2013 to 2015, specifically the British invasion of YouTube, in like the best, and I say that in the best way possible, because, you know, I was eating it up with a fork and a knife and leaving no crumbs. Do you guys remember Zoella? I mean, I know she's like still doing stuff, but like people my age, do we remember Zoella? I don't know why, but like something about, okay, Zoella would do Vlogmas every year, right? Where she, like, every Christmas she would do like a vlog every day of the month of December, or like 12 vlogs for the 12 days of Vlogmas or whatever. And I don't know why, but there's like the specific year, one year, like she went to Dubai, and it was her and they're married now, but at the time I guess her boyfriend Alfie and her brother Joe Sugg, Thatcher Joe, remember him? And her best friend, oh my god, whose name I cannot remember to save my life, but and then she had another best friend named Mark. Do you guys remember Mark? I don't know a single thing about this man, but she had a best friend named Mark who I was in love with. He would just do like random videos with her on her channel, and I'd be like, oh, Mark, I love him. But there's one year when they all went to Dubai, like for Christmas, and she vlogged that whole thing. She filmed it. She had that set up. She was giving plot lines. She was giving scene cuts. She was giving fade to black. It was cinematography at its finest, at its peak. And it's like just burned into my brain. And every single Christmas, I'm like, guys, do you remember when we went to Dubai? Me to like all my friends. Do you guys remember when we went to Dubai? That was so much fun. I was 12 years old in my like childhood bed watching it, like after school, after 7th grade school. Oh my god, something about that was just like burned in my memory. And then, okay, so there was Zoella, right? Let me draw a map for you from what I remember, which I feel like I don't even remember like all the tea. I feel like I'm gonna forget like crazy things that happened that I should be talking about, but this is how my memory is right now. Okay, Zoella, love her, Queen Mother, awesome. She's dating Alfie, who I think his channel was Pointless Blog, but he also had a gaming channel called Pointless Games. Oh, why do I know this? Like, what could have been in that place up here? Credit, mortgage, spelling, like, see, I'm doing the hair thing again because it's just in my face and it's driving me insane. Anyway, so she was dating Alfie, but her brother's name was Joe, and his channel was, I think, Thatcher Joe. And oh my god, you remember the tags? I remember like one of the first videos she ever posted was her and Joe doing the sibling tag. And it's, if you go back and you watch it right now, it's like webcam, like what, 7 years ago. It's like the webcam of her computer, no quality at all. And then them just like being funny and awkward. It's kind of that era where like every YouTube video was somebody just jump cutting like every 5 seconds to like the other side of the frame. It's like if you think about that, and this was like right before like that quality or the that stuff, but it's kind of like that vibe where it's a little it was fun at the time, it was exciting, but now it's like really awkward and really like almost cringy. Okay, and then but see, then what this always brings me back to is Troye Sivan. And I know that he is not British. He grew up in Australia, right? And but every time I think about this group of people, I always think about Troy because we forget that he started on YouTube. That's crazy. He was a YouTuber first. You mean like singer first, dancer first, YouTuber first. And he's doing incredible, by the way, for himself right now. But then do you remember the Troner? Do you remember Tumblr? Oh my god. This is turning into such a such a like spiral deep dive, but it's so like I know y'all know what I mean. Like I know you know what I'm talking about. Tumblr, I was up in that bitch, like the Spy Kids gif with the da 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 da. Like I was running the world in my brain. And Troner with Troy and Connor Franta was when I was 13, 14, probably when I was 12. That was the epitome of love. Like, oh my god, the edits before edits were even really a thing. Like before TikTok edits, we had like those like Tumblr like GIF edits that were like the four like panels of GIFs or 4 photos of GIFs, and then they would like Photoshop the two of them in together. Y'all, I read both of Connor Franta's books. Can we talk about how the audacity of this man, who I love dearly, by the way, don't get it twisted, the audacity of this man to write a memoir when he was 23? What are you doing? And yeah, I ate it up, and yeah, I read it, and then he dropped his second one, which was like notes on something. What was it called? I don't remember. But it was like half a second memoir and half like a book of his photos because he was like a photographer. Y'all, we let him. We were eating out of the palm of his hand. O2L. One of the craziest things is looking at O2L. Y'all remember? If you don't remember O2L, I'm not explaining this for you right now. One of the craziest things is looking at O2L then and now. Like, first of all, I don't know if... I feel like they are all still doing stuff. I mean, they are all still doing stuff for sure. I don't know if they're all still doing YouTube. I know Trevi... I think Trevi's still doing music. Obviously, Troy is being Troy. And then JC and Keenan Lawler. Oh my god. I used to follow these boys on Snapchat. Remember Snapchat? I mean, I know you remember Snapchat. Remember when we used to like follow influencers on Snapchat? Oh my god. Okay, I'm digressing. Zoella. Dubai Vlogmas. That was the birth of Athena for me. That was Venus as a boy for me. That was art. That was something serious shifted in me. And then I remember when they all started releasing books. Like there was this weird era, almost like the podcast thing, LOL. But there was this weird era where like every single YouTuber was coming out with a book. Troye Sivan. No, of course not Troye Sivan. Tyler Oakley, Connor Franta, Joey Graceffa. Joey Graceffa came out of the closet with a hit single and like chapter 8 of his book, which was just the words "I'm gay." That's crazy of him, by the way. Also, when that happened, I, being my 14-year-old little self, had no idea that he was still in the closet. Is that evil? I thought he was out. Like, anyway, and then Tyler Oakley released Binge. And then, okay, but the first one that I ever read, I remember when I was 14, I was traveling with my parents. It's the only time I've ever left the country. And probably the only time I've ever read a book. But we were going to like London, I think. And so of course I was like, oh, I'm gonna meet Zoella and we're gonna become lifelong best friends. Like, this is gonna be incredible. And in the airport, Marcus Butler. If y'all remember, my king, Marcus Butler. I don't know why. And even like for almost all the rest of them, I can figure out why. I don't know why, but I loved Marcus Butler. Oh my god. I think it was the hair. I don't know. It was like 2014. And also I was 13. So like it wasn't that hard. for me to like idolize you or like, romanticize you, whatever. I saw Marcus Butler's book in the airport somewhere, and I read it on the flight, and it was the silliest. God, I wish I had it so bad. I bet it's at my parents' house. I wish I had that book so bad right now, man. It was the silliest thing I've ever read in my whole life. It was like tips for the gym, and it was like, don't make a lot of loud noises because it's really annoying. I'm like, this is telling me nothing about fitness. Also, what do you know about fitness? Oh my God, it was ridiculous. These grown, not even grown men, like not even grown men giving like full on life advice. And I was reading it and taking little notes. What? Oh my God. I'm just exposing myself at this point, but I was so obsessed with him and with the book, like all the books I was doing. I remember I read Binge. I remember that. I don't think I read Joey Graceffa's book. What was it called? In Real Life. I was never a big Joey girl, to be honest. But I also remember that Zoella did Girl Online. You know what I recently found out? Zoella was in Harry Potter. Zoella was in the first two Harry Potter movies as Slytherin student and potions classroom girl. Like, random. That's crazy though. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it and find her because that's hilarious to me. There's maybe nothing funnier than that, actually. She wrote Girl Online, which was like a fictional book. Most of them did memoirs, but she did Girl Online, which was a fictional book, and she did two of them. And Troye Sivan just started like releasing music, but also again they were all releasing music. Joey Graceffa came out in like a song that he wrote, which what I just said aside, that song got a hit. So y'all listen to that song recently? Because I was loving it back then. I'm afraid I'm still loving it right now. With that one guy, the Anthony guy, whatever his name is. I think his name's Anthony, that he was dating at the time, and then they broke up, and it was so much drama because they were in that video together, and it was, yeah, there's nothing as good as the old school. The last good YouTube drama that we had was Tati and James Charles, which I watched that last night. Have y'all watched that? Have y'all watched that video? It is ridiculous. Part of me is like, obviously, yeah, like, James Charles is one of the most messed up people on the entire planet and deserves nothing. But also, like, imagine being like a grown ass, like 40-something-year-old woman and sitting down to make this video essay. I mean, I believe her. Like, no, I don't believe her, but like, I believe, like, she was right. Like, I probably would have done the same thing. But it's just crazy to think about. And the way she goes, and I flew him out to my wedding, and he called me mother. Something. That's just crazy to me, and I miss it. That was the last good YouTube drama that we had, and I, not saying that I need drama, I am saying I need entertainment, and I am afraid these bitches don't know how to entertain without being dramatic. So I'll take the drama. Okay, but yeah, Joey Graceffa and Anthony. I'm not even talking about British people anymore, am I? Yo, they broke up and it was crazy. I was trying to think of like what other. Oh my God, VidCon was insane. I did not go ever. I knew a lot of people that went. You think I wasn't on Stan Twitter being like, "Hey best friend, get me a Tyler Oakley shirt. Hey best friend, hey, never met you in my life." And I'm just like, I follow you on Twitter, and I'm like, "Give me a VIP pass." Oh my God, please. I never went. And I'm not that mad about it. It's okay. I'm just like, there will never be anything like that ever again. These like influencer conventions that TikTok is doing is not at all the same thing or in the same caliber, like in any way. But VidCon was like crazy because they would do the vlogs of it. Like they would all vlog going together to VidCon, and then you would see like other people vlogging of them attending VidCon and paying an obscene amount of money to wait in like a line down the street on the hottest day of the year in Los Angeles or in like San Diego. Whatever. They were always getting a heat stroke. Is all I remember. They were always passing out and dying. And I was like, oh God, I know. No. I was in Tennessee. I was like, no, I got my humidity's here and I'm safe with my air conditioning. I'm good to go. I will watch your videos. I don't need to meet you. But, Troye Sivan, guys, my brain has been so scrambled this week. I just cannot keep one train of thought. You gotta bear with me right now. But, Troye Sivan just started releasing music. And what was weird is that it was kind of good. And we were like into it. I'm just trying to fix whatever is happening here. I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh, it's still happening. What is that? Okay, cool. Um, why was it kind of good? Not me hitting pause and like on my brain. Why was it kind of good? And then he did The Fault in Our Stars, which I need desperately. I need y'all to remember this. The Fault in Our Stars was a song that Troye Sivan did. I think he was raising money. I want to think he was raising money. I want to believe he was doing that. Troye Sivan did a song called Fault in Our Stars, and for like the music video or whatever of it, it was him like walking through a hospital, like playing the song for kids with cancer. I, I mean, cool. It wasn't like, I'm not saying it was problematic or bad or anything. I just think it's like, just think about it. And we were like, oh my God, like he's such a good person. Like, oh, this is so, and I'm not saying he's not. I just think it's hilarious. That's crazy. And then he had the the TRXYE EP with the blue and the orange. I mean, that was just happy little pill. Oh my God, happy little pill. You've got to be kidding me. That's one of the best songs of all time. He also had one of the best debut albums, probably of anybody ever. Blue Neighborhood. Done. Over. Sign me up. I'm there. It's incredible. Are you kidding me? It's amazing. For Him was always my favorite song. There are also a lot of good features. I think Broods was featured on there. Betty Who was featured, which was hilarious. And then he just has had the best album run of all time. He's just incredible. But they were all dropping music, and it was such a fun time. Like, I miss the nostalgia of it, and like it just will never be like that again. For a lot of reasons. I think like as a culture, like our attention span has decreased like crazy. Because of TikTok and because of like short form content, which is, a whole other conversation about like how incredible, because like all these people that I'm talking about are now doing that, and they're still like very successful and happy and like having a career, which is great. It's just not the same, and like you can't vlog like you used to, and no one's making content like they used to. Again, like the tags, I would just sit and binge those. I mean, there was like the sister tag, the best friend tag, the husband and wife tag. It was just these like all these videos of people answering. If you don't know what a tag is, all these videos of like people or a person like answering a specific set of questions, and then they would like tag someone else to do it. It was crazy, but it was so entertaining, and it was so like serious for us because it was also like at such an early point of internet culture and like internet fame and internet celebrity culture, that now when people are like joining in on YouTube and getting started, I mean, I know I'm sitting right here, but like we're joining, or people, or up and coming influencers, they are joining this community and this culture that's already been cultivated, right? It's already been built, it's already been established. These people that I'm talking about were the ones that established it and the ones that built it, and it's really impressive when you look back on it. Actually, it's really interesting because they curated the way that we interact with celebrities online, and celebrities that we found from being online, and that's gone now. I mean, it's not gone now, but it's changed so much. You know what I mean? So like the stuff that they were making then, you could not make now, for a million and one reasons. Anyway, I'm like out of breath now from just like rambling for God knows how long. I just feel like that was an era, and I just have been thinking about it nonstop recently. I don't know why. It's just been a long time since like we had good content like that, and it's so nostalgic to think about. Who else was like around? Tanya Burr. I mean, like, remember like Hannah Hart and Grace Helbig and Mamrie Hart? None of them were British, but this was also when they started doing podcasts. Like, they all had the era where they were all writing books, and they were all doing music. A lot of them were doing music, and then they like towards the end, not the end of their era, but I feel like when we started like growing older and kind of getting out of this like era where we're getting into this like older era where we're going to college and we're da 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 and da da da. when we started doing that, I feel like they started transitioning into podcasting, which is like now is the biggest fucking thing ever, and that everyone's doing it. Every influencer is doing it. You know what I mean? So, and it's fun and cool. Like I love it, obviously. But a lot of them started doing that, and then they had like the YouTube, like YouTube Red, like original TV shows that YouTube started doing, like streaming services, which was just such a flop, right? Were any of them good? Escape the Night, like were any of those shows good? I don't know if I saw a single one that I liked. Oh my god, you know what I found today? I looked up the old like YouTube rewinds where they would like for the new year they would get up like all the biggest YouTube stars from the past year to come in, and they would do this one big video, usually where they were like singing or like to a song or to a medley or something, and to like wrap up and like recap the year of YouTube. And I looked at this one for 2013. It was called oh my god, what was it called? It was a parody of What Does the Fox Say? What does the YouTube say? It was something stupid like that. I was like, what does the YouTube say? What does the Oh, I don't remember, but it was a parody of What Does the Fox Say? Do you guys remember that fucking song? Do you remember that song? I don't want to like get that stuck in your head, but I'm not singing it, but that song had a grip on this country. That was the same year that Wrecking Ball came out. Hold on. I'm looking this up. What were major events that happened in 2013? Because I feel like we forget what happened. You know how like I feel like recently people have been saying that 2014 was like the best year for like top 40 pop radio music. It's true. Geronimo by Shepherd, All of Me, John Legend, like it's true. 2014 was one of the best years of all time for not pop music, but like every song on the radio was amazing. And you can't deny that. Maybe not now, but I was 13 then, but every song was incredible. Okay, wait, I have to focus so I can type this. What do I type? 2013 big moments online. Is that gonna work? Okay. 13 unforgettable things about the year 2013. Okay, let's get into this. Let's dish this out. Okay. See, I am gonna need a list. Right now I have a giant essay, so I'm going to need a list. I would even settle for BuzzFeed. Okay, so right when I said that, I found the BuzzFeed one. Okay, 2013, Beyonce headlined the Super Bowl halftime show and had the Destiny's Child reunion. That was huge. Are you kidding me? That was major. There's also a blackout during the Super Bowl that year. I remember that was funny. What else is going on? Okay. This is the rebirth of Miley. Do you remember this? She was like twerking at the VMAs with what's his name? Robin Thicke. And people were so mad. They had every little girl in the nation be like, I feel so let down that my idol, Miley Cyrus / Hannah Montana, would do something. It was so dramatic and ridiculous. Flappy Bird, please. It was so dramatic and ridiculous. Oh, I just clicked a button that I didn't mean to click. Hold on. Oh my god. Guys, The Hunger Games Catching Fire came out in 2013. That was 11 years ago. Also, best movie of all time. Are you kidding me? Definitely the best movie of the series. Catching Fire is one of the best movies ever. The book is incredible too. Apparently the best-selling DVD was Breaking Dawn Part 2. Well, yes. And what about it? There's an amazing song from that movie that like travels with me every single day, and it's called From Now On. It's by The Features. And it's amazing. You should go listen to it. It's so good. It's going to be with me for the rest of my life. What else was happening? Oh, this is when Jennifer Lawrence tripped over her dress at the Oscars. That was drama. She also won the Oscar though, I think, for being incredible, for being amazing. All right, now the rest of these are just boring. Disney announced Star Wars. These are just boring now. I'm sorry. Wait, I'm so interested though. Oh, Taylor Swift had the Red Tour. That's kind of crazy, actually. 11 years ago, she had her Red Tour. Anyway, I'm over this. 2013 was wild. The Beyonce Destiny's Child reunion was insane. Wait, I have to go back to my point that I was saying about 2014 music. 2014 top charting songs. You're not gonna believe this. I feel like when I read this, every time I look at this, which for some reason I do like regularly, every time I read this, I'm like, all of these songs came out in 1 year. Okay, ready? Rude by Magic, Timber by Pitbull featuring Kesha, The Monster by Eminem featuring Rihanna, Problem, Ariana Grande, Stay With Me, Sam Smith, All About That Bass, Meghan Trainor, Talk Dirty by Jason Derulo featuring 2 Chainz, Counting Stars, I think Dark Horse and Happy and All of Me and Fancy by Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX came out. Like, but all thinking about the fact that all of these songs came out in 1 year. I don't know what artists were doing that year, but it was like, I can't show you this whole list, but if I could show you this whole list, it would be, I mean, it would blow your mind. Team by Lorde, Let Her Go, Royals also, Wake Me Up by Avicii, Story of My Life by One Direction came out that year. That's crazy. Black Widow, Bang Bang, Latch, Maps, Best Day of My Life, Habits by Tove Lo. That was really a big deal. Boom Clap, like, okay. Wiggle by Jason Derulo. Like, why did we chart that? Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. Why did we chart that? I'm waking up to ash and dust, so I'm gonna spread my rest. What are you talking about? Imagine Dragons. Sweater Weather. By The Neighborhood. That's one of the best songs of all time. I swear to God, I'll die on the hill. These songs are Partitioned by Beyonce. Oh my God. Amnesia by 5 Seconds of Summer. Oh my God, I am still a huge 5 Seconds of Summer fan. When I was in 7th grade, I was dating a girl for 2 days and she broke up with me and I cried my eyes out and I listened to Amnesia by 5 Seconds of Summer on repeat for about 2 weeks. It was really embarrassing and brutal. And I just felt like that came back to me just now. Me and My Broken Heart. Shower by Becky G. Dancing in the Mirror. All right. I don't really know what else is going on today. I feel like we're wrapping up. I thank you for joining me for this little nostalgia, this trip down memory lane. It's gonna be really funny watching this back because my brain went all over the place. I had like 3 bullet points today for what I want to talk about, and I definitely maybe hit all 3 of them and then some, which is just so exciting. And I love what we're doing here as a community. I love what we're building. I love how we are when we like hold hands together and we like skip down the street because we're all best friends. Okay. Love you guys. All right. This has been so much fun. I'll see you next week. Bye.